I call Catherine Fookes for her maiden speech.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, or Llongyfarchiadau, like we'd say in Wales. It's wonderful to have you presiding over my maiden speech. So I'm really pleased to speak in this education debate. Education is so important. I was a governor at my son's school, Cross Ash, in Monmouthshire, as well as a governor at my son's secondary school, and it's so important as we come to the end of term to say thank you to all the governors and all the teachers and the head teachers of all the schools in Monmouthshire. I think I'm the first one of our Welsh MPs the Welsh new MPs to do their maiden speech this time. So I really do hope I do our country proud. And I also want to say one more congratulations to Ellen Morgan MS, who's just been announced as our new Welsh Labour leader, another strong woman leading us in the Labour Party. So I have the honour to represent the beautiful, glorious county of Monmouthshire. And I'm its first ever woman MP. As former Chief Executive of the Women's Equality Network Wales, where I campaigned to get more women into politics, I can finally boast that I'm practising what I preached. And I would like to pay tribute not to one predecessor, not to two, but actually to three. Firstly, David T.C. Davis, MP. He was the former Monmouth constituency MP. He served in 4 parliaments. And despite fundamental political differences, we do actually have one thing in common. Our children went to the same fabulous school, Monmouth Comprehensive. I say diolch yn fawr iawn to David, to his dedication to public service and to his constituents. So with redrawn boundaries, Monmouthshire has inherited parts of the Newport East constituency, Caldicot, Magor, Roggett and Undy. That means I owe a huge debt, and thanks to the legacy of my honourable friend, the member for Newport East's service to those communities, and to the exceptional generosity and support that she and her team have given me during the campaign and now as I start my journey in this place. She is a brilliant MP, and if I become half the MP she is, I know I will be doing exceptionally well. However, technically I have a third predecessor, because many years ago Monmouthshire was a constituency, and so the last Monmouthshire MP was in fact John Rolls, a local man who took his seat in 1880. So my honourable friend from Derby North, who mentioned Rolls-Royce earlier, we also mention it in my speech because Rolls was father not only to Charles Rolls of Rolls-Royce fame, but also to Eleanor Shelley Rolls, a founder of the Women's Engineering Society, an early campaigner for the electrification of Britain, and founder 100 years ago of the Atlantic Company, an engineering business with a real difference. It only employed women. That combination of technological cutting edge and socially progressive views still represents some of the best of Monmouthshire today. Monmouthshire, particularly with the mega technology corridor, is in many ways very much a 21st century economy. We are also very proud of our agriculture and farming traditions. Some 80% of the land in Monmouthshire is dedicated to farming, much of it carried out on small family farms. As a smallholder and a farmer's daughter, I know personally the joys, but also the huge challenges of rural life and the vital role that food production, as well as environmental stewardship, is played by our skilled farming families. Monmouthshire is also a haven for tourists, home to the renowned Abergavenny Food Festival, the Wye Valley National Landscape, parts of the Banau Brycheiniog National Park, and the Offers Dyke Long Distance Path, not to mention our incredible historic border castles. Please come and visit in the summer holidays. We've got Raglan Castle, Grosmont Castle, and many more. Monmouthshire also has a proud history of fighting for democracy, as home to the Chartist movement of the 1830s. The Chartists' shocking and radical demands. How very dare they demand universal suffrage, secret ballots, salaries for MPs, so ordinary people, and not just the super rich, could enter Parliament. Well, these are now the pillars on which our democracy is based. The same spirit is alive and kicking in a constituency where in 2024, I am so proud to say, our turnout was 30% higher than the average in the UK. As a border county, Monmouthshire is instinctively a place of welcome. One of the early actions of our 2022 incoming Labour-run County Council, in which I've been really proud to serve, was a formal application to become a county of sanctuary, welcoming and celebrating the contribution of refugees and asylum seekers. So perhaps it's not entirely a coincidence then that many of our leaders in Monmouthshire are women, from our inspirational council leader, another female first, to the 3 women who bring such tenacity and passion to running our chambers of commerce in Monmouth, Chepstow and Abergavenny. Despite its great strengths, Monmouthshire is, I am sorry to say, also one of the most unequal counties in Wales, with great wealth and great poverty existing side by side. So as MP, my first priority will be to support this government's drive for economic growth and keeping household bills down so that we reduce that inequality. Talking of the drive for equality, I am only here because of the incredible women who came before me and because of the support I've had from far too many individual women to mention. But I must shout out the work of mentoring programmes such as the Fabian Women's Mentoring Programme, the Labour Women's Network and organisations like Elect Her and the 50-50 Parliament. It's thanks to them that we now have a House made up 40% of women. But we still have a long way to go to get to 50% and true equality. So I pledge as my second priority to continue my work to ensure that we do get an equal Parliament. And I will work with every single relevant Secretary of State and every parliamentarian across the House to ensure that we reduce all the inequalities that women face, be it ending the gender pay gap, halving violence against women, and pushing forward the Menopause Mandate campaign. I will also do all I can, of course, to support Monmouthshire's fantastic charities and community groups, from Cafanol, a charity working to support those experiencing violence against women, to Reach Out, a group supporting those with addiction. As a keen environmentalist, I will be also doing everything I can to ensure we champion our environment and our rivers, including the rivers Wye and Usk, which flow through our beautiful county. The people of Monmouthshire have made it clear to me they expect me to work cross-border and cross-party with all the regulators and campaigners and action groups to bring our rivers back to full health. Madam Deputy Speaker, Monmouthshire is back on the Westminster map for the first time in a century and a half. My determination is to make sure that the legacy of this government for Monmouthshire is a more equal, a more prosperous and a greener future. Thank you.